Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Anar and I'm a self-taught software developer. And on this channel, I help you break into and grow in the tech industry. Today, I'm going to discuss whether developers should learn DevOps, and if so, how much. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I want to start with what I think is best for junior developers and new software developers, which is to entirely focus on improving their programming skills. This is the core thing that software developers are paid to do, and therefore it is the most important skill. Aside from that, junior developers and brand new software developers have a lot on their plate in terms of what to learn as it is without adding DevOps. For all other developers, it's a little bit of a different story. It's not uncommon to see software developer job postings that require experience in deploying to AWS, Kubernetes, CI/CD, and other things that are typically done by DevOps engineers. This is an area that differs from company to company. In some company, there's a dedicated DevOps team, and software developers aren't required to and don't have access to DevOps resources. Some companies have a dedicated DevOps team, but the developers share the workload with the DevOps team. And some companies have no DevOps team at all, and the DevOps work is done by software developers that have knowledge and experience in DevOps. Most of the time, there is a dedicated DevOps team, and you are allowed to get involved with some of the DevOps work, which is a great opportunity to learn. One reason you might want to learn some DevOps as an experienced software engineer would be to qualify for those job postings that do require DevOps. Another reason to learn DevOps as a software engineer is because you might like it more than software development. It's not uncommon for software developers to get involved with DevOps and then entirely transfer to the DevOps team. You won't know if you like it until you try it. While you might not be interested in becoming an expert at any DevOps tools, it is important for any software developer to understand the concepts behind DevOps and infrastructure because there's a lot of overlap with what developers do. For example, when you work on designing an application architecture, you might consider a microservice architecture. In order to be able to visualize your application with this architecture, you need to be able to visualize the environment it will run on. This is because microservices come with benefits and trade-offs, and the benefits and trade-offs are rooted in DevOps. A benefit could be the ability to scale a heavily used component of the application when needed. So if you know that a component of your application will be used more heavily, that's a good reason to use a microservice architecture. Another issue is without a very basic understanding of DevOps, you won't even be able to read error logs in your application when something goes wrong. While having a depth of knowledge in any specific DevOps tool is not really a requirement, having a breadth of knowledge is going to make you a more well-rounded developer. If you interview at a large technology company like Google or Amazon for a software development role, at least one of the interview rounds is going to be a system design interview. At this interview, you are tested for your knowledge and understanding of application architecture, and again, having a basic understanding of DevOps is going to help you clear this interview. In conclusion, don't worry about DevOps if you're a brand new software developer or a junior software developer. For all other software developers, DevOps is never a strict requirement for any software development role, and having a breadth of knowledge in DevOps is going to make you a more well-rounded software developer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.